Hey everybody, Mr. Mom Collectibles. I am back with another quick review, and today we're going to be taking a look at more junk food. If the Mr. W. Bruce Wayne was my cheeseburger, well, it's got to have a side of French fries, right? And here we have the Mars Toys Joker, or Mr. J, for what it's called. And this is obviously Jack Napier, and this figure is pretty cool. You can have three different iterations of the character, which we'll get a look at. Here's the art box, pretty creepy on the front. This reminds me of that mob boss sit down scene. There you have the MAT-014, Mr. J, but this reminds me of the scene when he's sitting down and the guy asks him, what are you smiling? And he says, life's been good to me. That's what this has a artistic take on that, so to speak. But the figure represents, like I said, three different styles that you can really play off on this. The version you see here, we'll go through all the accessories that you'll see. Like I said, three head sculpts, bunch of hands, and it kind of covers different versions of this Joker from various parts of the Batman movie from '89. And so here you have some hands. Like I said, some of these gestures I'm not a huge fan of personally. Like the open hand ones, they look a little too fake for me. I don't have the DX08 to compare. I'm assuming they're mostly recasted, a little bit of differences there. And then you have, if you want to recreate the Joker scene from the museum, you have his paintbrush when he paints Joker was here on the painting, plus his cane and his the purple hat that he wears as well. And that's kind of the purpose of this Joker. Great thing is that it gives you all these accessories. The downside is the body that comes with it is not the Joker that's intended for some of these accessories. So it's one of those things by Mars Toys where I was a huge advocate amongst others. There you can see the gun, and those bullets you can actually put in the gun if you want to and close it up. But I was a big component of, I wish Mars Toys gave us the original '89 Joker, at least clothing set, where if we want to change this out, like I said, the suit that comes with the Joker, that's for the mob boss scene when he electrocutes the guy with the finger on this finger. And then the other items there, they're really meant for the other Joker, like the more classic version that we see, like the DX08 style. I don't know what you call that outfit, but those two sculpts are meant for the DX08, or at least one of them is. And here you have, like I said, a little buzzer, which I remember when this figure first was teased, people really wanted the buzzer on his finger. And this here is the, like I said, the pièce de resistance of the character, which is the Jack Napier, Jack Nicholson head sculpt. The sculpt looks fantastic, like for a third-party figure. It's creepy how good this thing is. This version you see here is the one that has a little bit of the makeup on the forehead. And if you're taking a look here, I'm going to put down and show you the other head sculpts. So this is the clean version. This is the one that comes with the actual figure out of the box. It is freakishly so good. It looks like Jack Nicholson, and for the price as well, it's like 160 bucks. It's unbelievable. This is a figure that makes you want to use all the accessories. It's a disservice to take two of these three sculpts and put them back in the box. It's just because they are really, really, really good in person. I mean, I'm trying my best here. I'm using my Canon camera instead of my cell phone, so if it's a little shaky at times, I apologize. But I'm trying to get that detailing so you guys can just see the skin texture, all the creases in the face with that exaggerated smile. It looks really great. And then there's the other version as well. This one is a great one as well. This is the laughing one when he gets the water thrown on his face. And once again, the expression is just so unique. It could do with a rig. If you want to repaint this and have this repainted, it could definitely do it, just because there's areas that it's more blotchy than versus like a really detailed paint app, especially the differences between like the paint wearing off. And there was one detail I liked. The forehead on mine at least looks a little more orange, and it's pretty cool because obviously in the movie his skin was white, so he's using like a tan, skin cream to make his face look powder to make his face look like a natural skin tone. And I feel like they made it look really cool with the orange because it's like tan over white, so it gives a little more orangey feel versus the paint on the back of the neck. And you see there the peg. I'm just shaking it to give you guys an idea. Mine came loose. It didn't hinder anything for me putting the sculpts on the body, but just that's a little pointer. The bottom neck adapter came loose. And then, so like the figure itself, like I said, the body is really great. It's a simple, basic body. It's not going to win. It's not a great looking body in terms of the articulation. It's a third party, so the body's going to be cheap. It feels a little cheap there. But this sculpt here, this is the one I have on my figure. This is the one where he just electrocutes the mob boss, and then he rubs the paint all, he wipes his forehead and you see the white paint, his natural skin tone exposed. But I'm just zooming in here to give you some shots, like I said, what this figure looks like. Tailoring of the body looks pretty good with the suit. I mean, Jack Nicholson was more of a stockier fella, so it kind of translates there. But as I said, it's a downside because the suit itself is limited to the scene when he is meeting the bosses and like takes over to be the the head crime boss. And so the other sculpt of him with his eyes open, laughing, that is meant for the museum scene with all those accessories. So I'm probably going to chase down a Mars Toys 89 figure, to try to pay for a minimal amount of money on it, and swap the sculpt on that one. And here I'm just kind of doing a little, like I said, zooming in pretty tight on it. And I'm taking a handheld light and just kind of running a light over it, so you can kind of see how the shadows play on the face and just how it changes. So I'm just taking I have a light stick, and I'm just kind of waving it over my hand, and you kind of see how the tone of the light changes. But a lot of accessories here, Vicky's mask, things like that. Like I said, the sculpt here, it would look great on like another Joker body, just to make it, more presentable for that time. But it's such a great looking piece. I'm glad it's worthy of the collection for sure. I'm just kind of giving you a roundabout so you can see. I have to pose him up. I want him in a really neutral museum pose with his hand up just right after he buzzed the person, and and here you have the hat. I'm just put the hat on his head. As you can see, the hat is very oversized. Just one that doesn't seem like they're able to get the hats right all the time, but it's oversized for the body, so the head sculpt, I should say. So I won't be displaying mine with the hat on. It just looks goofy, to say the least, but that is more accurate to the scene when he does that. So I'm just kind of sort of giving you those shots of a pendant. Hat doesn't look terrible from some angles, but it's not something that I can admittedly say I will be keeping on the figure itself. And just giving you, like I said, and the other thing that I notice here is that he has a jacket, and I know his is more of a suit jacket compared to the tuxedo. But one of my gripes with the Mr. W, as you can see here, is that his jacket doesn't stay closed. I recommended like a magnet or something like that. You can see how it kind of puffs out. I want that kind of more form fitting. I would have to stitch it myself to keep that jacket closed if that's what I wanted. And you can see here on this version, they decided to stitch the jacket closed. Obviously, it would poof, it would pop open all the time and not be very flattering on the figure. So I guess they want to keep the jacket more form fitting. And you see there, he looks so much better, I personally think, with the hat off. So like I said, this is how I'm going to have it displayed. So I just wanted to actually finish up this video by posing him side by side. So this is the Mr. J, followed by the Mr. W, Bruce Wayne, and behind them is the Hot Toys DX Batman. Height wise, they seem about right. Jack Nicholson, I would think, is a little bit taller than Michael Keaton. So scaling looks pretty good. They just look pretty cool on the shelf, honestly, like this, to have the two in the front and the Batman standing in the back like that, kind of lurching over them. And even like Jack Nicholson here, like it's pretty cool. I don't own, forgive me, I don't own a DX08 yet. I just haven't had a chance to get one. I'm kind of holding off myself because I'm now wondering with Harrison, with what's his name, Han Solo out. You never know. Jack Nicholson 89 2.0. I'm rallying for it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Drop a like on this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if this is in fact your first time. And let me know if you guys picked up this figure. If not, if you plan on it, what your thoughts are. But until then, this is Mr. Mom Collectibles saying take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.